Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy KRYZ. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate everybody who's watching right now currently. Shout out to y'all. Today we're gonna switch it up. Today we're gonna be playing some DayZ. First time playing DayZ. We're gonna be hopping on with Iconic. I'm gonna wait for him to hit me up. Should be doing it soon. But before we get into that, there is some things I would like to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. And it's pertaining to the streaming atmosphere currently that's been going on all different platforms. There's a lot of things going on right now currently with a lot of people like hop and jump and ship from different platforms, and even also advice that or just people hitting me up for advice about certain things on content creating and YouTube and all this stuff. So I would like to get into that for a small section and then hop into DayZ, because I think sometimes it's good to talk about certain things when it comes to content creation. It's not easy at all. It's definitely hard. But the reason why I wanted to like talk right now, because I'm live, I'm multi-streaming right now, and I've heard many debates of if multi-streaming will help or hurt you. I don't know, right? We all don't know. It's a risk. I enjoy streaming wherever, and I like engaging with new people every single day. And that's pretty much my fun, building a community and just meeting new individuals or meeting new streamers, content creators. And right now, the reason why I wanted to talk and have this conversation, I wanted to talk about this about a week ago. I know I was going to do it, but Trill hopped off early because he had work. But now tonight, the reason why I would like to talk about it tonight is because right now there is a Kick OG Town Hall happening right now that's being hosted by the Joker on Kick. And right now we are streaming on Kick, we're streaming on Twitch, and we're streaming on YouTube. But I'm going to hop in a Discord call with Trill in a couple seconds. And Andrea, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate you. Thank you. I got double alerts. That's crazy. We got another one. Jalduria FCA, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. So right now, there's a town hall meeting happening right now on Kick, and it's a lot of frustration that's happening on the platform that's been happening for quite some time. And I think a lot of people are getting a little bit worrisome because they had the news of Nick Merckx after his contract was up, hopping over to Twitch, and a lot of other streamers have done the same thing. I believe Your Age did the same thing as well, going to Twitch. I'm not too sure, I could be wrong on that. But there are a lot of streamers that are jumping ship to Twitch, and people are getting worried, and they want answers, which is valid. Everybody has opinions. Everybody has a voice to voice their opinions. But I cannot stress this enough to anybody who is watching who wants to get into the content creating space. And I'm talking between all platforms. I'm not just talking about streaming. I'm talking about Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, Shorts, everything and anything involving video creation, or anything involving in X with posting, whatever the case may be. If you are interested in doing any of those things, it is going to be tough. It is not easy. It's definitely tough industry to break through. But you cannot have that mindset of going into content creating like you're not, you don't have what it takes, or you don't have the talent to be something, right? It's hard, but it's not impossible, right? So you have to put in the work, because sometimes when I listen to these things, it's kind of like, I like to hop in and talk or whatever, but I'm just a mere simpleton, but it's, you can't depend on people to or platforms in general to push yourself out. That's not their job. Their job is to host you, your content, and that's it. And is what you make of it, is what you make your channel or your account. It's the culture that you create, the community you build is on you as the creator. You are creating, right? Now there, not to say there's no certain biases that happen or favoritism that happens in certain platforms, because you know I've experienced it and many others experience it. But this is just speed bumps. Those are speed bumps on the road. You have to keep pushing forward. You have to just keep, you know, head down, get to work, come up with new ideas, come up with certain things. You know, because I get some advice like, hey, like, how'd you get to grow your channel so much? How'd you, you know, do this? How'd you do this? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? And it's like, if you have that hunger and that a will to learn new things, different content, I'm telling you, you will go so long, because people can you know, gravitate towards that. They'll gravitate towards your work because you work so hard into doing certain things, and people pick up on it. But also too, it's like, you got to be yourself, be authentic, and don't change for nobody, you know. And it's kind of like, you know, I guess it's an old school mentality. It's like, work hard, and maybe something will pay off. Also, too, you know, I want to talk to Trill about this, because Trill's been listening to this town hall for a while. I was listening to a little bit of it. I just got home from the gym. I'll be on in 20-30 minutes. Iconic, perfect person. Sounds good, bro. Take your time, man. Yeah, I'm just talking. Don't worry, bro. I hopped on a little bit early. I just want to talk to Trill about something. But it's good that you're here, so that maybe, you know, you could relate to some of this stuff, right? We're talking about content creating in whole and stuff, and like, you know, Iconic is the one who brought me back to Kick. I had some discrepancies. I left Kick because of the culture they were cultivating at the time. I couldn't agree with certain of the creators that they had on the space. I just thought that, you know, it wasn't a good look. I was early on Kick. I was there months after it got created, and the culture there was amazing. Everybody was building each other up. Everybody, you know, I met so many great people, still in contact with so many great people. I hop into some people's chats. I still talk to them. Awesome streamers, awesome content creators, definitely motivating. And then I met some great people on Twitch that I'm still talk to. Met great people on YouTube. So there's a lot of great creators along all these platforms, right? But there are a select few that, you know, can hinder or probably, you know, do certain things that people will be like, yeah, you know what, that's not for me. You know, this platform's a little bit too edgy, a little bit too much for me, which is completely understandable, which is why I left. I left because I just couldn't agree with certain things that were being done on the platform, that were just skating by. And, you know, they're pretty big things that like, that should not be talked about or discussed, like involving, you know, minors and stuff. And I could not just be on a platform where people will look at you and be like, wow, you agree with that? Why are you still on there? But then I went back just because I've come to the conclusion that it's what I present to the platform and to the people, and you know, and be myself. And like, you know, the platforms they don't owe nobody nothing at all. And it's a tough mentality to have. But when people realize that they don't owe you nothing, they owe, like, they don't care. At the end of the day, it's a business. And until people understand that these platforms are just about bottom line, that, you know, it's all about metrics, analytics, numbers, money, that's it. They don't care. So if you're not producing content, if you don't have a viewership, if you don't have a community, they're not going to look at you. And that's just a hard pill to swallow for some people. And it's kind of frustrating a little bit to hear, like, you know, you're sitting there and you're complaining about a platform not paying out enough money in a program that is doing the first thing ever. And, you know, I'll defend Kick, but then I'll also, you know, go on the attack on Kick and hold them responsible and help hold these platforms accountable. But we also have to, as creators, hold ourselves accountable for what we do and focus on how we can create and make things better. In terms of being on a platform, what you're showcasing. And another hard pill to swallow is edgy content does bring viewership. It brings people in, and that's, you know, it's just the truth. That's it. It's just like reality TV. There's certain reality TV shows like the Jersey Shore was of edgy reality TV show on MTV that showcased a lot of craziness, and people got hooked. They were just like, yeah, this is what I want. But let's talk to Trill, because me and Trill been wanting to have this conversation for a bit, and I just figured, I get a lot of messages on on my Discord, on X, and just in chat sometimes about like certain things, advice and stuff, and whatnot. But if we could shine a light, like I think of myself as a nobody. I hop on and I just hang out, and whoever's here to hang out and say hello, come through and chill. Yo, I'm with it. Like let's go. Like that's what it's all about for me. It's a passion project for me. I enjoy doing this every single night because I do have a job too. So when I leave my job, my full-time job that I work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, sometimes doing overtime and stuff, rarely. So my coworkers are looking at that like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, sometimes. But I still have a full-time job, and once I'm done working, this is what I'm doing. Right after work, this is what I'm doing. I'm streaming for a couple hours, and just gaming, shooting the shit with my friends, meeting new people, and just building a community, man. And listen, for the short amount of time that I have been doing this, I've always said this, it is the coolest fucking thing ever, and it's so dope. Like it's the coolest thing. Like I work a manual labor job, and then to come here to relax and decompress and just hang out with everybody and meeting people and being like, yo, I get to like do this. I get to create thumbnails like how I envision it and how I want it, or I get to create videos I get to put up on YouTube of just speaking about anything, or I could make shorts that do really well, or just like come up and edit things. And it's the coolest thing ever that we have this access to the whole entire world. And the amount of knowledge that we have access to on the internet, it's just, and the amount of people that are willing to give you access to this knowledge, it's just truly remarkable. And there's like literally sky's the limit. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, but it's not impossible. So, but let me hop in the chat with in the Discord call with Trill so we could talk about this. Yo.
I think he's just at the point that he's fed up because nothing's like being done. Nothing's getting fixed.
What's good, my boy? Yo, can you hear me? Oh. Yo, what's good?
Yo.
What's going on?
I'm listening. I'm listening to Santa Maria talk right now.
Yeah. Nah, I just went on a little rant, just a small rant before hopping in, because it's just, we've been wanting to talk about this for a while, about, there's a lot of things that are happening, even regarding Kick or just content creating, streaming, all that stuff. It's definitely not the culture that it used to be, where, you stream and you could potentially get a bag and get millions of dollars or whatever, and do all this stuff. Now it's like the platforms don't give a shit. They don't care. Once multi-streaming was incorporated and they don't have to lock you down, good luck. You're not getting any type of money. They don't care. But I tell Trill this all the time. With this whole mentality of like expecting platforms to give you and hand you things, it's not the right mindset to have. And I know it's just like, oh, like, how do you know? It's like, you can't expect these platforms to do everything and anything for you, because it's like, at the end of the day, they could turn around and be like, who the fuck are you? Exactly. Who are you? What are you doing? It's just like real life. It's just like real life. It's just like a real job, right? You go to a job, you work hard, you get promoted. They see you. Sometimes, hey, listen, life is not fair. It's not fair. Life is just, that's how it is. And because it's like, when you, like, there's a quote that I tell myself and I try to remind myself every single day, is that comparison is the thief of joy. And that's literally what it is. It's like, well, this person is this, but this person's doing that. It's like, who cares? Like, stay in your lane, focus on yourself and focusing on your community, what you have right now, and build on top of that. And listen, the view botting one is an actual a great debate to be had. But understand, it's like, yeah, there are people who are doing that. They're doing it personally, or someone in their community is doing it for them, so that there is no blame. And I'm sorry to burst a bubble, but you know, hey, KRYZ, viewbots, Jinxie, viewbots, all of them viewbot. However, it's not them personally doing it, or maybe they are. Who knows? It could be somewhere for the community, because sometimes you go in their chat and somebody spammed the same message about 4 or 5 times. So it's like, yeah, we're not idiots. We definitely know. And if you try to attack people, it's like, how do you know they're doing it intentionally or non-intentionally? But at the same time, it's like, it is what it is. You can't stop that per se. You can't, like, you could try to mitigate it by having like all these, you know, I'm not a software engineer, I'm not a coder or a script writer, but I know that it's definitely tough, because if they could do it, they would have. But that's just comes with the territory, that comes with the industry, and it sucks, yes. However, as long as, if you're doing it the right way, and that's the thing, if you're doing it the right way, or you're just there just to grind out and just have a good time and have fun streaming and doing whatever, man, let me tell you, like, you feel a lot better. Like, you don't have to look at any other streamer or any other creator.
Yeah.
James Money, what is good, bro? What's going on, my man? How we doing, bro?
The issue is now with this guy, like, speaking right now, like, the Joker literally was trying to like rip one in Santa Maria, saying like, "Oh, I did this, I did that."
He's I'm sorry, he's a
kick or
he's
whatever.
yeah. Everything's I, Cheryl. Everything is I. When Bro, he talks, it's all I did this, I did this, I did that. 100% narcissistic traits. It's all I did this, I did this, I am here, I want this bet, I want the best what kick. I you cut people off. I want to say this about me, this and that. It's all me. It's all me. It's not a genuine conversation being had. It's more destructive than anything else, even since the beginning. It's more destructive within than anything else. You want to say you want to be different from Twitch, then you have to be different from Twitch. You have to like not turn into the very same thing you have accused Twitch and the people on Twitch have done. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you're attacking all these other people because you're unhappy because of where you're sitting at. Damn, who we going in on? Iconic. Wait. We're getting there. We're getting there.
He's very delusional at this point.
It's like you're unhappy that you haven't gotten any recognition from Kick whatsoever, because what you're doing is you're just literally just on a witch hunt from within, burning things down because you haven't gotten your way. And I'm not saying he doesn't bring up some great points. He actually really does. However, it's just not a productive way of doing things, because at the end of the day, any reasonable person can listen to this and be like, this guy is just in it for himself. It's just recognition for Kick to notice him and Kick to do this. And I don't know the guy personally. I'm just going based off of the number of times that I sit in any of these town hall meetings for Kick, and it's all I am the one who is leading the way. We're virtue signaling at its finest to become better and this and that. At the end of the day, what the problem with Kick is it has a terrible culture. That's it. It has a terrible fucking culture. That is the truth. Kick has a terrible culture. They have allowed a lot of terrible streamers on the platform and let them get away for so long. And then people realize, like, look at Nick Merckx. He got the bag. He took money from them for a year and said, I'm out. Why is it that there's certain streamers, these big streamers, leaving Twitch? Kick, excuse me. Why are they leaving Kick? Nobody's asking those questions. It's because their moderation is bad. I know they were talking about that a little bit, but however, it's more of like putting the blame. Well, I did this. Why didn't this person get the same type of discipline or this type of ban or this time? It has a bad culture, and that falls on the Kick staff. That's it. The company itself, they do not care. They don't. That's the thing people are not understanding. They don't care because they're promoting. They are using Kick platform to siphon people into stake. That's it. And that's the truth. At the end of the day, that it is what it is. Am I wrong on that? Can somebody check me on that? That's all it is. They have infinite amount of funds that they can keep funding on Kick. They can throw fuck you money to these streamers because they can. They have the money to do that. They just don't care. And if you're not bringing anything valuable to their platform, they're not going to showcase you. And yes, there is biases when it comes to moderation, because the moderation team is all human beings. So of course it's going to be played favoritism. But to expect platforms to be like, hey, listen, I really think that it's just not fair that this person just keeps getting front page over and over again. Well, maybe he or she is doing something right.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it was a disease from the beginning that they didn't stop, and it just fucking went on.
He's not a narcissist. He touches anyone. Trust him. Did he? Yo, that's crazy.
It's kind of too late now to
like wild.
it. Like, it's already implemented within the platform, the culture, the whole vibe of the platform now. So it's like, what do you do now? Like, how do you revert back or hit the restart button on the platform and start on a fresh foot? Like, I honestly, like, I don't know. Like, it's going to be very, very tough for them to like try to revamp the website with like just how people view it. But I don't know, man. Like, it's tough.
Let's just do Omegle and Monkey app like everybody else. Hey, listen, sometimes that works for people, you know? That stuff works for people. And hey, listen, you know, whatever. I get what you're going with that one, but you know, they allow certain things too. That the reason why I left Kick is because the minor shit was really getting to me, that they were letting shit like that slide on the platform.
Yeah,
and that's just not fucking cool.
Happening.
That's just not cool. And I'm not like the most pious person in the world, but when it comes to minors and shit being said against minors and there's no fucking no moderation, yeah, you know, people are gonna leave. People are gonna stamp you with this mark of like, what the fuck are you guys doing over there? Yeah. Do you want to change the platform? But at the end of the day, we also have to be smart enough to understand that negative publicity is good publicity, and that's it. That's it. And that's what it is. It's like, oh, whoa, what this guy said. And that's what sells. That's what sells viewerships. And but this is when, you know, you have this type of stuff going on. You have the Nick Burks that realize that they're jumping ship, because he got a lot of fucking flack for being on Kick in the first place. And a lot of the stuff that he's been saying for a while, especially with Call of Duty, all that stuff that happened with him, it was about, hey, leave the fucking children alone. You think he wasn't gonna leave? Of course, once that contract was up, he was out. Your Rage left too, right, Joe?
Yeah, he's in the process of leaving.
Gone.
I think he's going to Twitch.
Gone. Why is he leaving? Because Face is going to Twitch. Everybody's in Faces in Twitch. Why is he to be the only one? He got a bag. Boom. Gone. Now they're talking about Aiden Ross might be leaving. Why? What you have to put
the head honcho right there. That's like the head of the beast.
Yeah, bro, grown men asking underage girls to flash themselves was wild as fuck, and nobody seems to get in trouble or canceled like everyone else. But that's the thing I'm talking about, is the culture that you present on these platforms. There is a culture, there's a subculture there, and you're allowing it. Like these how many times I go on X and I'm seeing like all these guys on these video webcam apps, and it's like, you know, provoking these women or these, I don't even know how old these fucking girls are, to like, you know, show, you know, their shit on fucking these webcams, do it, and then they exit out. Oh my god, they did it. She did it. Oh my god. It's like, bro, that's first of all, how old are these fucking girls? Because that's fucked up. You know what I mean? And Kai turned down 60 mil from Kick, so it goes to show money can't overcome morals for some people. And that's the thing, is that how many other streamers like, yo, the last place I will go is streamers there. And what's frustrating is that I enjoy Kick because I know so many great people on fucking Kick. You know, really cool creator. I met Iconic on Kick. I met fucking Peso on Kick. I met Ink Babe, Judo, Ocean. Like everybody who like solid fucking creators, solid streamers, awesome fucking human beings. And it's just a shame. It's just like, you know, they're just choosing fucking, you know, their marketing strategy is crazy. It just doesn't make any sense. And I understand the reason for this town hall. However, you have to hold like the Kick company to blame, and also too, you can't put too much blame on them in terms of your own success, because your own success is determined by you, the person. Mm-hmm. So if you're not where you think you should, some people have a thing in their head where they think that they need to be here, right? But when reality hits, it's like, no. Like, the reason why the analytics are there is to show you exactly what's going on with you as a creator. It's not for the platform to be like, well, let's boost this person up because I just like him. Like he just says he deserves front page. We're gonna throw front page out at him. You gotta basically be force shock value just to get a front page slot. Well, the front page slot doesn't even make a difference in the world. I was featured on the front page for about 2 weeks. You could ask Trill. Every single day I was getting featured at night playing Call of Duty. It really showed no benefit whatsoever. But the fact that that's even an issue, like why don't I get front page? Like how about you just put your head down and work harder? Put your head down and work harder. Don't expect any of these platforms to do anything for you. Just come up with different content ideas. Be creative. Literally what content creation means. Be creative. Learn certain things. Hey, listen, desktop streams is great. But Trill was like, you know what? Desktop streaming is great, but like look at what the market will determine where you're at. Look at all the top streamers right now. What are they doing? Look at Kai right now. Watch his stream on Twitch right now, his subathon. What is he doing? It's called IRL streaming. So if that type person is doing that specifically and he's not playing video games, he's doing IRL and he's taking in 125 to 200 to 300,000 viewers, guess what? People are watching him because of the IRL. So Trill was like, hey, I'm going to start IRL streaming. And it's been working in his benefit. It's a smart move. He's going to where the market is at. And that's just anything. Now, you could either do the same as what Kai is doing or you could be different. That's where the creation is at. The creative has to come out. And that's just the thing. You have to think outside the box, be yourself, and be genuine, and shit will happen. But to expect things to be happening, it's ludicrous. It's delusional. You're just delusional at that point.
No, it really
I'm
is.
sorry.
Like,
I'm sorry for the rant, everybody. I apologize, but it's just Trill. Am I wrong? Listen to this thing, man. I'm just sitting there like my head is spinning, bro. It's spinning.
The whole time me listening to like the town hall right now, it's just my head has just been like, yo, like what the fuck is going on? Like you guys put together this town hall to discuss ideas to help the platform, but all I've been hearing is like a lot of like selfish tendencies and like wishes and all this other stuff and like just ranting about things that they want. But like you got to think of it as a community as a whole, what's going to benefit everyone at the table on the platform. But yeah, most of the time like all I've been hearing is just like, oh, like I didn't get this, or why like are they doing this to me when I stream this and that? I spent $10,000 and I get no notoriety from like the platform or Eddie, this and that.
That's wild, like, bro. That's wild. Like, but who asked you to do that? Who did you do it? Did you do it out of pure
being genuine about it?
Being genuine about it, or you were doing it for
a hidden motive?
Thank you.
Behind
so
it, you know?
Any reasonable person can see that, right? You see right through that. Or were you doing it to be genuine, or were you doing it to find some type of notoriety behind it? So that right then there within itself, it's like, what are we talking about here? And then let's put things into perspective. Life is just not fair. Life is just not, life is not, it's you have to work hard and you can obtain things. And sometimes maybe, maybe you're not going to get it, right? You're not going to get it. But isn't it better to have work hard countlessly to try to get to where your success is? But instead of, asking a platform for your success, because it's not going to happen. That's not how it works. Let me put it in perspective. Let me put this into perspective. Can somebody tell me where I Show Speed, where his sub count is on YouTube is right now currently?
What, I Show Speed?
Yeah, let me go to his channel, right? So I Show Speed right now is at 33.1 million subscribers on YouTube. Okay? Mm-hmm. He had his account March 21st, 2016. One of the biggest. It's him, Kai, Aiden, Jinxie, one of the big streamers, right, on in the industry. I Show Speed on YouTube, right? Took him mad long to obtain 33.1 million subscribers. You know who joined YouTube and beat him out in one fucking day? Cristiano Ronaldo. You want to talk about life not being fair? This kid had to work hard to get his subs. Cristiano Ronaldo just had to announce that he was going on YouTube. With his fame and his legacy, he shot past I Show Speed in an instant. right?
Mhm.
But you don't see him complaining. He's out there still grinding. He's doing his thing, right? You can't look at the negatives. You got to look at where you got and how long it took you to get there, you know? And it's the same thing too with like women do have a huge advantage with male streamers. That is just, it is what it is. They get a bigger, larger audience than some male streamers. But it's just, is it fair? Who knows, right? Who knows if it's fair or not? But at the same time, hey, put your head down, work harder, right? You'll gravitate the people who want to be there and be in your community, and not force platforms to be like, hey, this is not fair. Hey, this is not fair. Like, you know, why she get front page? Maybe because she has more viewers than you. Maybe she worked harder than you. Who knows? Maybe some people don't work hard. It just, it is what it is. It's life.
Well, that's the thing now with streaming. It's changed so much in the past 4 years since like the whole lockdown thing happened. Because before that, like you never heard of people like bitching and moaning, saying like, "Oh, I deserve this," or "I should be on the front page," this and that. Like everything was just so organically like grown and like happened during those like years before the lockdown. Now you're having like, I guess like the viewers now becoming streamers.
They need to cancel people getting rich off underage women on Money and Omega, the Monkey and Omega, because 98% of the time, those girls don't even know they're being featured on a stream in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Yeah, it's a pretty fucked up way
they get hit with like reality,
to get content, you know, and that's wrong. You know,
you gotta
that's
put some hard work into this craft and this whole thing. Like you gotta think of different strategies and different ideas or whatever to get to that destination, you know? And like, and every year you see like different streamers that come to the forefront that worked their ass off and created a whole new lane or whatever that works for them.
Yeah, so, and you got to find your niche, you got to find your category, where you'll fit in, and the people you'll fit in with. You're right. It's like, that's just, it is what it is. That's the nature of the beast. That's the name of the game. And to expect people to be like, well, why this? Why that? Why can't I get this? Why can't, hey, I apply. The best part is the verification, right? Process on, even on Twitch, YouTube. Listen, I got denied on YouTube twice for partnership, right? I have the numbers are there, but they said I have reused content. And the way I break it down is this: I can either have that make me, you know, completely break down and not be like, you know, discouraged and be like, you know, I quit content creating or whatever it's not, or I just take it as face value. What I tell Trill is like, well, you know what? If they're not going to listen, I'll make them listen. I'll make them listen by showing up, creating, making videos, making certain things, building a community, and the community is going to have a voice to be like, well, listen, this is what you guys need to do, or get, you know, in contact with brands, sponsorships, you know, like be the force that causes these platforms to make the change, right? And that's literally what it is. And I don't take it like, oh, I need a check mark to authenticate myself. Like, no, you go and do what you got to do. And who cares if you need a check mark or not? What is that? That validates you and other people? No, who cares? Who cares? Because at the end of the day, with YouTube, it's a business. You know, they're still going to demonetize my channel. They still, you know, have, you know, they hit me with music copyright strikes all the time. Right now, I'm pretty sure 100% I'm shadow banned on YouTube for whatever reason, and I think it's because of the music that I keep playing. But I'm gonna keep playing music because it's like, the streams are just, if I'm playing Call of Duty and I'm not talking to chat, I think it's kind of boring for the viewer, and it's kind of tough that they don't have anything in place to mute the music off from you know. It's just also interesting that you have other streamers that play music on their streams. They get no copyright strikes, but of course, and I use, you know, copyright free, DMCA free fucking music, and I still get copyrighted half the time. So at the end of the day, I just like, you know what, fuck it, who cares? As long as people enjoy coming and hanging out and vibing out with me and watch my stuff and just, you know, find the same interest, and we get to talk and or whatnot, or, you know, even talking to trolls, whatever, who cares? Just, you know, get after it. Who cares? Okay, they denied your partnership, your verification check 15 times. Who cares? Just you have your community.
Honestly, I would just use that as like fucking fuel to just keep going and go harder, you know?
During COVID,
Honestly, like, that's
we
what I
had
would
more time to
use
actually
that
watch good organic
scenario
streamers
as.
show their skills.
Be like,
Now you
damn,
see
I
people
got
just
like
go into
denied.
shock value or low
I'm gonna go
mentality
10
ideas
times harder,
just
you
to
know?
get the content. Yeah, they're just doing it for views. They're doing it for you know, hey, I'm gonna say this outrageous shit so I can get fucking views and clicks. Number one person, people say, oh, I don't like name dropping. I'm a fucking name drop all day long because I can't stand this kid. Jack Doherty's one of the worst ones. One of the worst ones. One of the worst ones. And the fact that like they kept him on for so many fucking times, that's like he's literally maybe one of like 8 streamers on Kick where I was just like, I gotta get out of here. I cannot even fucking be a part of something that they allow that fucking dumbass to do that shit. Sharky, GG, yo, Sharky, what's good? You know, my bad. But yeah, so like, you know, they're doing all these, they say these outrageous things. The kid got into a car crash, told his cameraman while he's fucking bleeding out the face, hey, hold my camera, film me. Like, there's a problem.
Keep filming.
There's a problem there.
Like, what? Like, dude, that's when you know, like, you're in it too deep and you're like kind of a little far gone now at that point. Like, it's consumed your reality, your mind, your mental like state, and like the whole thing, and it's like become now like too much of your life, and there's no boundaries, no separation, like, and that's like the scary part now with like the newer generation when it comes to content creating. There's got to be a balance. Like, you can't let it consume you like 24/7. Like, it's crazy. It's like kind of like a drug. It's a mental drug.
Yeah, it's you get that dopamine rush. You're getting that high, that content high that everybody gets, you know, and it's just like, you know, they become so removed and they feel like they're invincible because they're getting all this notoriety and all this fame and all this clout and you know, I kind of brought up a good point. That, and I don't know if you ever saw there was a prank streamer who actually got shot for trying to prank someone in a mall. Dude legit pulled out a strap from his hoodie and shot bro point blank. But then you're gonna run into stuff like that. You're gonna run into in real life stuff, right? People do not care. People do not care what you're doing. You can go out here and fucking, you know, the best word right now currently is like, oh, I'm gonna crash out. Okay, crash out in real life to somebody who just doesn't give a fuck, because there are a lot of people out there like that are probably down in their luck and they don't give two shits where there are people out there like that just literally about that life. Good luck. Have fun with that. See how that turns out. You know,
like they lost all sense of reality. Like,
yeah, the internet makes you completely delusional. Look at I mean, I don't agree with what this guy does. Some of the things that he says, I know he's like trolls and he, you know, he's another person who's like a shock jock value. But this kid Nick Fuentes, big popular story happened yesterday or 2 days ago. They doxed him, which is illegal. They doxed him online on Twitter, on X. They doxed his address. Someone really pulled up to his house to confront him, to talk to him, rang the doorbell. Homie opened up the door and point blank rage maced her in the eyes right off rip and goes, get the fuck out of here. We're entering a time where people cannot really understand what is real and what is the internet.
It's like we've gone to like the age of like the Matrix now and shit. Shit is crazy.
Fusi is the number one crash out. Fusi is the same thing over and over and over again. Crash out, mental health breakdown, and then he comes back. I'm a disappointment to my family. This and that, blah blah blah. Then the next day he's back up. He's apologizing. He's crying. Then he goes off. He's just a conceited, cocky individual. I'm sorry. You cannot blanket yourself on mental health anymore with me. I'm sorry. The first time, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but now it's more of you're riding a dragon of a clout where you just desensitize yourself and you use mental health as a scapegoat that, hey, I have mental health problems, this and that. No, you know what you're doing and you know how you're doing it. He's not an idiot. He's very smart, and that's why he gets all this acknowledgement. That's why he gets to hop on Kai's stream and he gets to hop on all these other streams. And he was also huge on YouTube. It's a serious issue on the internet that some of these streamers and content creators, you know, I just highly believe that he's just so fucking full of himself and he just acts like he doesn't give a fuck. But then again, like I said, bad publicity, outrageous shit will always draw in viewers. That's it.
Yeah. Like people like to see like the crazy shit, crazy crash out. Like people get intrigued by that.
Yeah.
It's like
And he knows
it's
it,
like
and that's why he does it. He knows it. That's why he does it.
it's like theatrics. It's like theater, bro. Like people go to see like a play out and shit, and the drama, the theatrics, like anything, even with like TV shows, like that's what draws people in.
Neon
Like
needs to
all
be
those,
gone too. Bro is a cornball. I blame Aiden for that one, boy. I blame Aiden
well,
big
Aiden
time for that.
created
Aiden created that, dude. He created
And
that, dude. He gave
lost all
he gave him a
control.
platform. You know, the only person that I can say, and this is this considered probably biased. The only person that I feel that was a breakout streamer that did a great fucking job the whole entire time is fucking Sketch. That dude is genuine, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That whole situation that happened with him, he overcame it, and he's still out here doing his thing. He has a great, great support system around him, and a lot of other streamers and creators like Banks and the whole Phase crew. They all supported him, and you know, Jinxie and all that stuff. And you know, homie's out here fucking living his life, and he's still doing good. So. You know, Sketch is like one of the, you know, I gravitate more towards positive streamer, people who promote positivity, and Sketch might be that top 1% streamer that's like, you know, known around, you know, the whole entire country or even the world for that matter. But I also gravitate people to like Judo. I gravitate towards Ocean. I gravitate towards, you know, streamers that are always just being fucking awesome and just genuine and just having a good time. So I gravitate more towards that. Then, you know, I dabble into that little like, oh, okay, what's going on with this, you know, stuff, you know, like the Phase with like Lacey and shit like that and whatnot. I watch, you know, yeah, I'm an entertainer, you know, I'm a streamer, so I watch streamers too, you know. I go to other people's streams and I talk and I chat it up and I shoot the shit with them. But you know, everybody dabbles into like every little thing, you know. And it gets people to go. It's like, oh, okay, Fushi's fucking is crashing out. Let me go check on that to see what's going on. You know, because you're on X, people are promoting it. It's like, yo, like look what this happened. Look what that, you know, and you go and check it out.
It's literally the new age of like reality TV. Like
Word, Sketch, Queso, Jinxie. Yo, Queso too. Queso's the only
Queso
dude.
too, yeah.
Queso is the only dude who's fucking massive that all he does is play fucking video games.
Yep. Like literally like that new school of like streamers, like Queso, Jinxie, all those guys, like they're killing it, yo. They're really killing it. They're taking the baton has been passed to them, and they're doing their thing.
Queso honestly deserves all the love he gets. Thank you. Appreciate that. So what you did there. Thank you. Nah, Queso's the only dude that steers away from drama, and all he's doing is just having a good time with his chat.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all. You know, that's how it should be. Jinxie too. Stay out of drama. Sketch, stay out of drama, but it was forced upon him, and he he overcame it. Because level-headed people, you know, prevailed, and doesn't just stop people from like, you know, maybe he lost viewership. I don't know. You know, I don't know the analytics on that, but yeah, bro, like, it's just, you know, certain, yeah, you can't compare yourself to other people. Like to get to like certain streamers, like to their platform, bro. Like they've been doing it for so long, bro. They've been doing it for so long, man. And I you know, I'll probably get some flack for this, but yo, Dr. Disrespect, out of all the shit that he was accused of doing and got caught doing, whatever the case may be, happened with that shit, homie's still trending on fucking YouTube. Make no mistake, he's still trending on YouTube, and you can attack him on all that stuff, but he still has a community there on YouTube where he's always trending in the top 10 of live streamers. So you got that. You have Tim the Tapman, you have Shroud, you have what's his name, Nick Merckx, you have Stable Ronaldo. All these individuals have been streaming for many years. It's not like they just popped up and in a year they rose to infinite fame. That's not how that works. And you know, if you have no goals and no like where you see yourself and what you're trying to do, everybody's either in it to like become those type of individuals where I want to be the next fucking Tim the Tap Man. Like, of course you want to be the next Tim the Tap Man, but it's like, I don't even think Tim the Tap Man knew that he was going to be Tim the Tap Man. He just did it. He just went and he just fucking, hey, I don't know what's going to happen with this. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Buddha on Kick is one of the best GTRP streamers, and even he's thinking of going back to Twitch because he has
Buddha, yeah,
split
Buddha's a really
between
good.
RP than gambling. So he's thinking about leaving Kick too.
Yeah. I think people are just to the point like that. There's a lot of different aspects to it. There's a lot of the bullshit that goes on the platform that they just brush underneath the rug and they just brush over it. Then you also to have the evolution of the actual platform itself. Like, where's the API that we've been asking for
Yes.
like 3 fucking years or 2 years on the
Good
back
point,
end
Tro.
to see
Yeah.
analytics?
Yep.
It's not there. Where's
Yep.
all the other features that you promised, like the kicks that's supposed to verse bits?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah.
That's not even there. Like,
Yeah.
there's another thing too with Kick. There's no incentives for the viewers to be involved with the chat and whatnot. There's really nothing for them to like come back and like get some incentive. Like, yo, Twitch has channel points. You could redeem channel points for whatever, or you could throw bits to do whatever and stuff like that. Like, oh, at the end of the day, Kick only has like the gifted subs, but like that takes you so long. Like, look, it died down. Like, there's really nothing new to the table. Oh yeah, like we just got the TV app. Oh, big whoop. Like, it's a good little feature here and there, but still, like, that's not the stuff that we've been asking for
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 years. Like, it's like, come
He
on,
owns a
y'all.
big portion of No Pixel, the
And
company.
someone
Him
made
and
a great
XQC
point,
bought like 50% of it. Oh, no
all that
shot,
money
really?
that you spent
I didn't know
for
that.
all these big streamers to sign them and whatnot, you could have used all that to fucking spend on an outsourced coding company to come in on the back end and help you out, develop the whole platform. We could have been like far ages into new features on the platform.
They
But did they do that? No.
they want to be they claim themselves to be competitors of Twitch, but they fell so far into that opposite Twitch streamer. They backed, you know, they want to be completely opposite of Twitch, and that's why they let so many of these streamers just do whatever they want, because it was like, hey, listen, you got full reign, like, you know, Twitch will ban you for this, Twitch will this and that. But the real way to compete with Twitch is creating a wholesome community that understands the direction that you're going as a platform, and also making it so that, yes, it is focused on the creator on Kick. However, it's not all about the creator. It's all about the viewership too, and getting and engaging with chat, keeping chat engaged, keeping chat to come back, viewers coming to watch. If there's no focus on that, then what do you have? And that's why people, I believe, are going back to Twitch, is because of the culture that Kick has produced, and also, you know, the amount of things, the access. And listen, I shitted on Twitch for so long, for literally a whole year and a half. I was on YouTube streaming to literally one person for a whole year and a half. My viewers were 1 to 5 for a year and a half, and I just refused to go on Twitch because listening to other streamers, I always heard about the negatives, and I never. But when I went on Twitch and I saw, as a creator, the accessibility and the access you have to all these different analytics, all these different things that you're able to do as a streamer, I was like, holy shit. And compared to Kick, it's like night and day. That is it. And you have to get the viewers and the chat and the people engaged in your streams, and there's more accessibility on Twitch than there is on Kick.
Yeah. Prime example, look at Kai's Mafiathon 2. There, when you watch his stream, you earn like a badge that you could like show off in the chat, whatever, that you were a part of the whole Mafiathon thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch it, like, there's literally a thing that'll pop up and it'll be like, oh, what you call it, for a reward or whatever, and you could get like a special badge just for being in the stream and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like there's little things here and there that like viewers like, stuff like that, and like Kick is not like implementing anything like that. Like you could do something for like, I don't know, like a special stream that Aiden does or whatever, or something with someone, and you could like earn a special like badge or something or some shit. I don't know, but
Yeah.
the viewers, there's some viewers out there that love that shit. They love it. They literally go around and collect those little things or whatever around in the different streams.
Yeah, there's no culture on Kick. It's kind of just like the Wild West. If you make it cool, if not, you get lost in the mix of either borderline sex cam streams or people just doing wild shit. And there's really just no in between. It's either you got Fusi and then you got Amaranth. That's the two. What are you gonna pick? Am I wrong? Am I wrong on that? Please let me know if I'm wrong. Like, because what other streamers besides XQC, Aiden, do you really have in terms of streamers that are? I mean, Fusi wasn't even born on Kick. I mean, he came over, but you have Jack Doherty, like Neon. These are the top streamers on Kick. Cheezer, all these streamers, literally a good decent amount of them are always getting banned for a couple of days.
Controversial.
You know, yeah. Controversial. And listen, I believe in edgy content, right? But when you start talking about minors and all this other shit that fucking crosses the line, that's where people go like, yo, like I can't fuck with this. Like, just I've seen enough. I just can't deal with this no more. Like, you just gotta be like, yeah, I can't. Crazy. And that's where it comes, you know, that's where the platform has to step in. But then again, the platform loved it. They loved it. You're getting the viewers. You get Jack Doherty crashed his car, and you saw his cameraman bleeding. What? And he told him to grab the camera. Bro, that's hilarious. This guy's out of tune. You tune in. You gave them the viewer. You gave them the view. You gave them the analytics. Yeah, you banned him, and then the next day too, it's like he's over on TikTok begging for money, and he's getting it too because there's people out there that's it. That's the market. That's the. They follow him. They're fans of him. So how can you really stop that? You know, like, you know, they're banking off that. And it's like, oh, how is it fair that they can do it, but I can't do it? Because they have 3 times the size viewership than you. Right? Because your payout for your sub in half, and you're talking about like Neon, yeah, his payout is like 3 times. So they're making money off of him as well. The same way that they can't ban Kai Cenat. They tried to ban Kai, lasted 6 minutes. That was probably the quickest ban on Twitch. The quickest ban and unban. He broke a record. You think that they're gonna ban Kai Cenat? No. Do the calculation. He has the sub count on his stream. You take his sub count and you calculate it. Twitch is getting 70, what is it? 30-40% of that? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, they're gonna ban them. They'll be acceptable for some things. They'll let some things slide. 1.6 so far just in subs. There you go. 1.6 million in subs. Now you take 30% of that. That's Twitch's cut. You think they're gonna ban him? No.
Nope. Also,
and that's sorry.
No, and also too, another thing, like I noticed too, like with some of like the some of the phase members from like Kick or whatever, like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and all that.
Yeah.
Some of them I know are like not even on the platform, or they're doing the multi-stream, like more like leaning towards like Twitch. Like, prime example, look at this guy, King Wolves. He was a part of phase 1. He was like the OG, one of the OG like Kick streamers on there, and this and that. But because of the platform and its bad rep and whatnot, and him getting signed to 100 Thieves, I definitely have some like feeling that 100 Thieves
they
or
influenced
like
them.
Definitely were basically saying like, I think you should move over to Twitch.
1000% what happened.
And that's what
1000% what happened. Yep. Because there's more brands. There's more brands that there's more brands that are willing to work with streamers on that platform than there are on Kick. I don't care what anybody says on the Kick platform. For anybody who sits in there and in the company saying, "Hey, listen, we have a lot of brands coming to work with." Okay, yeah, all right. Not as much as Twitch's, and that's why people are going back. Is that there's more money to be made. At the end of the day, it's all about money. And people were like, "Oh, well, you're willing to sacrifice half a pay, half a 50-50?" Yeah, because they'll be making more money doing that and then ads. And then Tro brought up an interesting point today too on Twitch, where KRYZ got demonetized from his ad revenue because he had hashtag Iran in his video title, and they demonetized him. Didn't let him know, but they let him know that because he had Iran, a lot of advertisers didn't want to do any advertising on his channel because he had hashtag Iran on his title, and KRYZ is Iranian. So that is also very interesting, and that's what I said in the beginning. These platforms, you need to do what's best for you and your community. Show up to work, do the best you can, and there's pros and cons to literally everything. Twitch took 450,000 and Kai got 1.2 mil if you calculate that 30% cut. Even Drake, we gotta wonder why he hasn't come back for another one, and he plays on stake probably daily.
That's another thing too. Like all the bad shit spewing out from the platform, all the different events that happened that was negative. Like it started just rubbing people the wrong way, man. And they just stopped. I guess they distanced themselves from the platform, or not even associating with it. It's just crazy.
Yeah. So it's like, what can you do? You're gonna sit in a town hall meeting, complain about all this stuff, and it just doesn't do anything. You gotta you show up and just do the best you can. You can't just, like I said, comparison is the thief of joy. So it's wild.
If Kick really wants to do something, they gotta really make a huge change and put a crazy effort in doing something.
Yeah, they gotta figure it out. They gotta rebrand. That's number one. They gotta rebrand everything and make sure that they also. I can understand the frustration that most have, where you give these already established streamers this huge amount of money for them to stream. They stream, and then also once their contract is up, they're ghosted. They're out of there. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why are they leaving? Why are they not staying? Why don't they want to stay and stream on Kick? You have to be able to, if you're going to be a competitor to any, and this is all the streaming platforms, just like YouTube don't even, I'm sorry, I love YouTube. YouTube is literally my home. I love it, but they don't even try. They don't need to. They don't need to try.
They made it clear now.
They don't need to try.
What was it, a month or two ago, when all the streamers?
Why do you think Tim left?
The gaming ones, they pretty much now are doing the multi-stream because contracts were up, and they had those meetings with all those board members, and they made it clear that the streaming was not their main priority anymore, and then they shifted their focus to the shorts and whatnot. YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
So
it's not even. They don't even care. They don't care. They don't need to care. They still dominate the video content creating platform.
Yep.
They don't have to focus on anything. They got the people. They got the viewership. Now, in terms of streaming, Twitch got it. Twitch got the viewership. Look at Kaizenat's viewerships, bro.
Crazy, dude.
Bro, it is crazy, bro. It's crazy. Homie, when he was streaming with Kevin Hart, had 300,000 people watching. 350,000. He broke a record.
That shit was insane,
bro. That is 3 soccer arenas combined of people watching. The homie's doing better than, he has more viewership than national news networks. If there was an emergency broadcasting system of the president of the United States talking about an emergency, it wouldn't even add up to the amount that Kai brings in. Am I wrong?
It's crazy. Like, even look at like all the sponsorships that he's gotten in the past couple of months. Like McDonald's, bro. Like McDonald's sees like where the viewership and the money is at. Like it's in streaming. Kai is like a whole different animal when it comes to like fame and all that. Like,
Yo, dog, they have TV show cast members marketing themselves on the stream.
mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's wild, dude.
the whoever's behind that TV show, Charlie, whatever, give them a raise. Look. I mean, I don't want to get into politics, but the market right now is online. Okay, whether that's podcasting, streaming, the people are doing better numbers than some of these news networks and these national TV channels, and they can't replicate it. And for you, like any person that is on Kai's stream is advertising for whatever they're doing. So if you're a rapper and you show up, hey, I just made a new song, he reacts to it, it's over. You're getting instant plays, bro. You're getting instant plays. Like, it's just, it's remarkable to see how much influence he has. Like, but at the end of the day, it's you know, with great power comes great responsibility. So it's like, and he knows that too, but he markets himself very well. I'll give that kid credit, yo. I'm so proud that we're from the same fucking area. The same area, bro. Because, like, for him, I always tell Trill, bro, like, if this is like a parasocial thing right now, but I don't give a fuck. Like, to understand, like, where he grew up and where he came from, to get to where he's at right now, and all that hard work, and all that kid does is fucking work hard, you know, makes the sacrifices, and he fucking literally brought streaming and video content creation to a whole different stratosphere, and there is no competition for that fucking kid. There is literally no competition, and everybody knows that. He has the fucking crown. I'm sorry. And he ain't, nobody's close. Nobody's close.
Well, the only one who's close is probably Speed, but that's
no,
it.
Nope. I'm sorry.
No?
Nope. I mean, in terms of, yeah, like, he does have influence. I give him that. But in terms of like different, like, creating different things, and I just think the wholesomeness of his friend group, and you know, just
the dynamic between all the AMP members, and like just the different creative ideas that they do, like, it does outshine like most of the big guys, especially Speed, because like Speed, his is more different. It's more reactional like content, but he's not, like,
barking and stuff. I mean the barking stuff, like, really.
Kai and AMP, they, like, it's crazy. They literally created like their own TV network, like, and putting the production behind it and everything. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, like Iconic said, Kai could run for mayor of NY and win. If that's not the truest statement, he could run for president and win.
Look when they showed up in New York City,
bro. Facts.
The crowds that showed up.
Facts. That whole fucking thing that happened in New York City, he was so big and caused so much chaos that the NYPD held a grudge against him while he came back.
Bro, I think that day opened the eyes of a lot of people who are not aware of streaming and like the whole thing about it. I think that day literally opened the eyes to like other people who are not like involved in streaming, who don't even watch streaming.
Yeah.
Like, they saw that on the news and they're like, who's this kid? Why is he creating
They had no idea.
a whole crazy
They
thing
didn't know.
going on? And it makes them Google and search him up and stuff. And
They had no idea. Exactly. Who's bigger, Kai or Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast pulls in small country population numbers. What I would say, it's just completely different. I mean, you know, Mr. Beast is not a streamer. He just posts up production videos.
He does videos,
you know, and I'm not trying to like say like, oh, he doesn't do his thing. He really does. I mean, he's also fucking smart. I mean, most of my fucking growth on YouTube came from Mr. Beast. Honestly, I got to give that guy credit too. You know, when I would listen to like podcasts with him, and he would talk about, he has this really interesting perspective on how to look at certain things on YouTube in terms of videos, where it puts things into perspective, and he gives you the honest truth on how to grow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if that I made any sense on that, but he if you listen to him, he gives valuable information about YouTube because he studied it for so many years. So if you're in a space where you want to grow in something, you have to understand what you're trying to do, where do you see yourself going, and what are you doing.
You gotta create that strategy and that marketing plan, and the whole business.
This is how genius this kid is, right? So he goes, okay, well, I'm making these videos, I'm getting massive amount of numbers on these videos, but I think that we can, make these videos blow up even more if I can just create channels with, different country languages on these videos. So I'm going to do a Spanish channel for my videos, go into the market of the Spanish countries. I'm going to create an Italian channel so that the Italians can see my channel, and like, how do you like to think like that on that different level? That's why he's where he's at. And then he has multiple different channels, and thumbnails are huge. That's why I'm always focused heavily on thumbnails, because thumbnails is the first thing that attracts to a viewer. But yeah, like, he studied the market. He studied what his, what it should take to grow and do certain things to, and he just did it the right way. Look at him. He's Mr. Beast. Now with Kai's a whole different, bro. That shit is just in person. What you see is what you get in real time. Cameras on him 24/7. This is what you see is what you get. And he's got a great support system behind him. And he has so many. I mean, dude, bro, he had the NPC TikToker Miles Morales on his stream. And then not only does he have him on his stream, he brings the guy who voiced Miles Morales in the animated series on the stream to meet the NPC. Whoever is with him coming up with these ideas, they're just like, how can you beat that? How can you beat that?
You literally
China Mac is another YouTuber that's growing steadily. He quit rap, moved to Vietnam, and been doing IRL content. There you go. I know who China Mac is. He's dope. I watch some of his stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, pick what you want to do, and just also, like, figure it out. Like, whatever you're good at, just do it. Like, and that's what I my whole point of this whole thing was, I wanted people to, like, because I get a lot of questions about content creating and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't have all the answers. I don't know. I know a lot of it has to do with luck. Don't get discouraged. Yeah, it's hard. It's gonna be fucking hard. You're gonna have ups and downs, just like anything else in life. But how much do you want it?
Yeah, man,
how much do you want it?
Repetition and the strength and endurance to go through it.
Yeah, it's a fucking marathon. It's not a sprint.
Some mental game too.
No, it's a whole big mental game. You'll have yourself doubting yourself. You're like, oh, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Am I even, like, capable of doing this? Like, just do it. Like, the only person that's gonna hold you back is yourself. Yep. Don't focus on any of these other people or any other streamers or any of these platforms to hold you back. Just get on there. If you're, don't violate the TOS, and you should be good, right? Just do it. Like, Sidemen's also really good at creating different type of content. Kai, Jinxie, like, FaZe, sometimes FaZe. I mean, I like FaZe. I think they were fun. Their Subathon was pretty cool. But they're coming up with different people thinking outside the box, and they're coming up with good stuff that are actually working.
That's it, man. Like, just be genuine, repetition, keep going at it, keep your head down, keep grinding, and that's it. Like,
a lot of people's problems is thinking that they can start something and then get to where they envision themselves by a year, and that's just not the case. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of, like, the new streamers that started streaming during the lockdown or a little bit like after, they just had this thing in their mind like, oh, I could just start streaming and like in a year I'll blow up or a couple months I'll blow up. Doesn't
Yeah,
really work like that.
a lot of people, and I've ran into this with a lot of different things and different, genres and different, like, it's like a lot of people talk about like, yeah, I see myself doing this and I want to be like this person. Boom. Right? So like I want to start streaming and I want to be like KRYZ. Now, I'm not saying you can't do that. That is a possibility, and you can. I feel like anybody, if you put in the work, you can become the next KRYZ, and you could be the next competitor. You could be the next person to be that person, be that person you look up to, that influence you to get into the space that you're in. However, what people don't understand is the amount of work that KRYZ had to put in to be KRYZ, right?
Yep.
But nobody wants to talk about the time where he's in college, skipping college parties because he's trying to learn how to video edit. The only best marketing tool that you can do is market for yourself and promote yourself, because nobody's going to do it for you. So if you have to get into the video editing, you have to get into the graphic design, you have to become all these things you need to learn. And guess what? You have access to the information on the internet. You can learn anything you want on the internet. There's so many tutorials that you can find and do the work, gain the knowledge, learn what it is that you want to do in whatever space you're in whatever industry, and get after it and just put in the work.
That's it, man.
We talked about it with the server man, and I said it would. We like to be like No Pixel, sure, but we don't have to be. We just got to be headlines of your own lane. That's all it is. You don't have to replicate. You don't have to be, listen, it's always good to have the influences, though, right? Make no mistake. You have to have the influences. You have to see the person that's like, oh, I want to be like this person. However, I'm going to do it in my own way, being myself and being genuine, and come up with new things without losing your identity and building a community around yourself, right? But you need those people. You need the KRYZ. You need the Tim the Tatmans. It's a blueprint, and also it's like, hey, okay, how how did he get that transition? I love that transition. That is definitely new. Nate Shot has the best fucking graphics on streaming when it comes to somebody subbing to his channel. It's just a fucking nuclear bomb, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking dope. How did he do that? How did he get that? Like, what's that? What's going on here? You take little pieces of influence from different people, because there are a lot of creative people out there, and even like streamers that I know, that I watch, and I'm just like, oh, how'd you do that? Like, that's so cool, that's so creative, that's different, that's sick. And you need to like use all that as motivation to be like, all right, I'm gonna figure my own out. I'm gonna figure out my own lane and stay in my lane, put my head down, and get to work. And yo, Jose, what's up, brother? How are you? I just gave you a like, Jose. I appreciate you. What's up, brother? How we doing, man? I appreciate you. Thanks, dude. Yeah, so it's just I figured that this would, I listened to a couple, like an hour of the thing, the talks, the space, the X space, and I just figured, I get a lot of questions and stuff, and yeah, my thing is that, and I listen, I make no mistake, I get into my head sometimes too, man, and everybody's success story is different. Everybody wants to, be the person to live in LA in a multi-million-dollar mansion, or somebody wants to be someone who known for a specific game and be, on God mode on a specific game, or some people want to, have different measures of success. But and as long as you know what your success is and you set goals for yourself, get after it. Just get after it. Anything could be accomplished, man. Especially now during this time, we got the Library of Alexandria before our feet, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Library of Alexandria at our feet. At any moment, we can look up and be like, how do I do this? What do I do here? How am I gonna navigate the, like, what am I running into? What is this problem? And there'll be answers. You just got to go in, and you got to go after it, research it, learn, and grow. And it sounds simple. I know sometimes it's hard. I get in my own head too. You know, everybody does. Who doesn't? A creator always gets in his head. I'm an artist. I draw. When I draw, I'm like, you fucking, like, you know, this is how I say it. Talk to myself. You fucking suck. What are you doing? And I'm a decent drawer. You know, I ain't the best. I ain't like Picasso, but like, I'll be like, what are you doing? Why are you, after fucking 20 hours on a piece, I'll be like, you fucking, what is this? What is this? And then, you know, you view that, and then people will be like, hey man, this is really nice. Be like, oh shit, is it? You know? But I think that's what people do. Anybody does that. Director does it. They look at the movie, they have it fucking sucks, but it could be a masterpiece to some people. People value it differently, you know? But it's somebody who creates. You're always gonna have that that voice in your head that maybe you're not good enough, and maybe, you know, you get discouraged and shit. But you just keep going. Just put it out there. Just, you know, draw it and post it up and see what happens.
That's it, man. Eventually something will stick.
Will stick. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't stick, Trill, right? But wouldn't you rather work hard as if you will get there?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the whole thing is, the whole process is about the journey. Love the journey. Learn the process. Learn the ups and downs. Love it. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's fun. Like, you learn new things. Hey, you have a bad month when it comes to terms of numbers and stuff, but not everything's got to be analytical. Hey, you enjoy streaming this one thing and it's not that big viewership, you know, hey, I enjoy playing this game. Now, if there's another game that you're playing because it gets viewership and you're getting huge viewerships, it's like, what, you know, navigate to what you do, what you want to do. There is no rules to success. There is no rules to success. You make your own rules. Anybody who's in this space or industry where they're at the top of the streaming video content creating, I sit there and be like, how'd you get all your success? They'll just be like, I don't know. They can't even pinpoint. But what they will tell you is how hard they work to get there.
Yep.
And that's the most, they'll tell you about the process. So the process is the best way to learn and to grow. Because if you love it, if you're passionate about it, you will get to whatever destination you see yourself in the future. You got to envision yourself there, and work towards that. But don't be satisfied when you get there. Got to work hard constantly. Don't ever be satisfied.
Yep.
Because that's when you fall off and you get too comfortable and you stop creating and
you lose that hunger.
It's a wrap. It's tough to recover from that. But yeah, it's supposed to be fun at the end of the day, you know. And if your dreams aren't big enough and it don't scare you, it's not worth it. That's what I tell myself. You don't have to listen to me. Because I'm good in bed watching a little bit of TV because I have my last day of work, because I have my day off from work Thursday. Oh, you only have one day off this week? Ryder is so underrated in the COD community, bro. Should be doing 6 times the numbers he does. Joe Budden, the podcast king, even though we may not agree with bro, he's probably the biggest pod out right now. And that's just anything. I mean, you can see, like, all right, somebody has more viewers or sub count than someone else, and someone else you think you have value in is the best ever to do it. And there's no, that's how you have to, the numbers thing is just, it's cool because it's like, all right, people like your brand, they like what you're doing, you know, this and that, but at the same time, it's what you put value in yourself.
Yep.
Right? It's like, hey, listen, I listen to, let's say, I listen to, a podcast where they have 1,000 subscribers, you know, and be like, I love them. I think they're great. And there's people, and there's stuff like that out there. It's like, oh, you know, like a lot of the comments that I get sometimes, or the the messages I get is like, hey man, like, you know, you should be so much bigger. Like, why are you not as big? And it's just like, but I don't have the answers. I'm still fairly new. Drill's still fairly new, right? We're you know, we're still working towards. But hey, listen, I appreciate what I have now. Like, I enjoy everybody I have here. Like, it doesn't faze me at all. Like, at all. Like, as long as, like, hey, listen, you fuck with my shit, hey, I'm happy as shit. I think that's the fucking coolest thing. I'm just simple, man. I'm grateful, like, you know, and maybe that's because part of it is that this is a hobby for me. For now, yeah, of course, I would love for this to be a full-time job. That would be absolutely amazing. But I do have a full-time job. I still go to work. Trill goes to work. We have jobs. We have to go to work Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week. So it's like, you know, would I love to have more time to focus on this? Absolutely. However, I think in some way it actually grounds us in terms of, like, you know, yeah, we're hungry, but at the same time we are more grateful and humble to know that, hey, we get to do this shit for fun after work, and potentially one day could make this into a full-time job. Right? I don't know if he's listening.
What?
Nah, he's just missed that whole shit. He just zooted out.
Like, slowly fizzling away.
Are you hopping off?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off.
No, but thank you for coming to my TED Talk, bro. I appreciate it. I know I was hopped in earlier, and I was like, oh, we gotta talk about this because, you know, it's interesting to talk about, and you know, definitely, you know, whoever watches this and watches your VOD or whatever the case may be, people don't get discouraged and fall into that fucking trap of just self-loathing and you know, just get I would think a pragmatic approach to you know, content creating or streaming or whatever. You know, we don't have the answers.
Yeah.
We don't know it all. We're not the biggest streamers in the world. However, it's a grind, and we understand that there's a process to get somewhere in life, and that's just anything you do. Really, it's all a process. It's all a process. It's like, you know, it's like a samurai, a swordsmith creating a katana. Until this day, they can't replicate the slice of the katana. But that man, whoever created the katana, I don't know his name, which is a shame, took him his whole life to get to hone into his craft. And that's literally what it is. That's what anything you do, even if you have a job, even if you're in a career, try to be the best and do the best you can. And who knows what could happen. And luck is a huge part of this too, folks. Luck is a huge part of this.
Yep.
Who you run into, who you connect with, who's watching you. That's why I say always go 150%, because you never know. Right, Trill?
You never know. Like,
Brett MJ, yo, what's good?
Anything can happen.
Oh, Brett MJ was like, I know who you are, but what the fuck is Trill?
I'm dead. I can't.
No lie, we could reschedule DayZ because the chat is just chatting hidden right now. Yeah, my bad, my bad. I just felt like you know, another voiceless into the void conversation was to be had, of just nothingness, you know, just express.
Especially the whole town meeting that they had and all that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got a little, you know, people sound a little bit discouraged. You know, some people sound like they just, you know, they're expecting platforms to get their back and promote them for them, and it's like, no, you need to do it yourself. If you see your analytics not moving, or you're not getting viewerships, or you're not, it's not the platform's fault, it's not anybody's fault. You need to have an introspective conversation within yourself to come to a conclusion as to, hey, why is nobody here? Why is nobody in chat? Why is nobody watching my stuff? What am I doing wrong? How can I make myself better? Nobody's having those conversations. You don't have those conversations with yourself, you'll never grow. And they're uncomfortable conversations. Those are uncomfortable conversations to be had with yourself, to be like, hey, listen, what am I doing wrong? Am I cut out for this? Or, you know, when is it time to hang up? You know, I'm not promoting anybody quitting or whatever, or, you know, chasing. I will never tell anybody to stop chasing their dreams. But in order for you to see yourself, you're seeing yourself as this top streamer that's getting I deserve 1,000 viewers, and I deserve a full chat. But reality doesn't work like that. Reality will tell you where you sit at and why you're sitting there.
Yep.
You know, and you have to have that conversation with yourself. If you don't have that conversation with yourself, and I have that shit let me tell you, I have that conversation with myself every goddamn day, every day. What can I do to better myself? What can I do to better my stream? What can I do to better my videos? How can I learn to do this? How can I study this? Get better at this? How can I get better at editing? How can I get better at making thumbnails? What can I do? Who has great thumbnails? What thumbnails are hidden for certain creators? How can I replicate that but make it a little bit better? Make it to where it's me and my tone. Make it me, make it mine, and try to better. You know, how do I better the overall look of my channel? How do I make my channel, you know, show that I'm a serious person and I'm serious about, you know, the direction I'm going with creating, that people can contact me and be like, hey, listen, I'd like to collab with you. You know, there's a lot of things you need to talk about to yourself, and you can't expect YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Kick to do any of these things for you. You have to do it for yourself, because nobody cares. That's another reality. Nobody fucking cares. You know who needs to care? You need to care. That's it. You need to promote yourself. You need to market yourself. You need to learn different things to promote you and to make your shit pop. And if you're not willing to do that, you will get lost in the dust, and the platforms will not care who you are.
Yep.
Because the only person who should take yourself serious is you. I'm sorry. That's it. I mean, it comes off as like harsh and rough around the edges, but
sometimes it has to be that way.
Trill's my cousin IRL. He knows, you know, it's same with him. We lived a rough life. So I don't believe in sunshines and rainbows. I believe in, like, you know, old school work ethic. Harder you work, the more you'll get out of it. Make sure you're passionate about something and always give it the best you can and never give up. That's my ethos. And if I can say that, to other people who are looking to get into it, like, you fucking work hard, and anything you do, you will get recognized. And that is just honest. That's just the honest thing. And that came true one time when, I was streaming on Kick, and, I posted up a fire fucking YouTube stream intro of Starfield, posted it, promoted it, and got contacted by a New York Times reporter to do a New York Times piece on Kick and Twitch. And that's a real thing that happened. Me and Trill sat down, we had a conversation in a phone interview with a New York Times reporter. However, he could have changed our life a little bit, but he edited us out because, he needed the big names like the XQCs and the Aiden Rosses and the Hassan and all that stuff. So they X'd us out, but we had that opportunity because life will present. If you work hard, if you work hard, the universe will present opportunities for you. So the question is what are you going to do with those opportunities? Bill's been getting opportunity after opportunity after opportunity with this IRL shit, folks. You guys don't understand. This dude is opening shit for himself, and there's pathways being created as we speak, week by week, where he's getting invited to events. Because he takes himself serious. And he's willing to put in the work. He's willing to fucking go out there and do that shit. It's not easy to go around with a camera in public and fucking, but he's doing it. And people are noticing it. People are reaching out to him. It's like, fuck with your shit heavy.
And networking too, like that's a big part of it too. Like you gotta be willing to just put yourself out there and like talk,
You could Brett him to. I feel bad you had that man as your cousin. Hello, I'm joking. I'm not playing so much video games or stream is because I have real life job. Yeah, no, so do we, and we get it. I get it completely.
Especially like
I got a random
From the
whisper today
years
on
of, like,
Twitch. Some dude told
2008
me
to,
he
like,
enjoyed the stream
2012.
and to keep going. It was a. Oh, this is a
Just
good
like-
one too. Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, like just the years of like 2008 to 2012, like those were like some crucial years where like I really learned and honed like the power of networking and whatnot. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
doing all those things in the in the nightlife in New York City and whatnot, going to like different events, like the fashion events with like Jared and all those guys.
Yo,
and
Tro
whatnot,
sounds like Carrie Bradshaw from Sex
it
and the
helped
City.
me like hone that skill of like just like networking, just going out there and just talking to people, you know? That's how you do it.
No, 1000%. But at the same time, is that networking is also you promoting and marketing yourself.
Yeah.
Right, so like it's telling people, hey, I'm taking myself seriously, and then you have somebody reach out to you that's like, hey, listen, I'm a DJ, and you know, I DJ in these affluent clubs. Hey, kid, do you mind coming over, you know, to one of my events and stream it? That's wild. That's crazy. But it's people are noticing it. They're noticing that, right? And here's another good point, because I you know, I'm glad he said this, because this is one of the fucking coolest things that I think really does go a long way, right? I got a random whisper today on Twitch. Some dude told me he enjoyed the stream and to keep going. It was a random but nice. Little things like that really keep you going, and I cannot agree with that more. That the amount of people who reach out, like the feeling I get, it's just like, wow. Like, you know, there's days, man, where like I'm in a slump, I'm in a dark space, you know, and you know, like Iconic's done it. Iconic, you know, hit me, trail up in Discord, like, hey, listen, like, you know, with these words of affirmation, that is just like, damn, I really needed this, because like I'm in a fucking rut right now. I can't find the motivation to do anything. So like this is fucking dope. This makes me want to push harder, and that is the coolest thing to see. And I try to do the same thing too, to support other people as well, because it's like, you don't know what people's headspace is at in life, because people go through so many different things. But when you know, when you reach out to someone and be like, hey, listen, like, I really like your shit, like you're pretty, like you're really good, and I think that you have talent in this space or whatever, that is one thing that I'm just like, oh man, is this real life? Like that's insane. Like I feel like I get more support here on the digital space than I do in real life. And you know, I'm not saying that to like knock anybody else down, or like family, friends and stuff like that. Like I've always gotten support from my family and friends, but there are some certain people that just look at you like you're fucking crazy. And it's just like, yeah, my dreams are fucking nuts. They're crazy. I know that. I know that. I know it's just like, all right, you know, I see myself, you know, having 1 million fucking followers and subs on all my accounts one day. I see myself going to Call of Duty next, sitting the fucking Tim the Tap Man with a fucking Giants jersey on. Yeah, crazy. It's crazy. Well, you know, I know it's crazy. Certain things that I see myself doing as my goals, but at the same time, it's like you don't get that extra support. You know, that's why I'm a big supporter of Trill. I'm a big supporter of fucking Iconic. I'm a big supporter of anybody has dreams that are outside the norm. I think people should go after, because I would rather fail at something that I'm passionate for than failing at something that I'm just doing for someone else's dream.
Yep.
And that's just me and my viewpoint. I'd rather fail on myself than to fail someone else's dream. And I'm just gonna keep showing up and do what I gotta do. But those words, man, those texts, though, you know, even with Two Dude Men podcast, those guys too, we go back and forth like, hey man, I fucking watch the shit. You're doing a great job, man. Like, you know, they're doing a great fucking job, and they'll do the same thing too. Like, hey man, I've been watching this, fucking crazy. Like, you're doing great. Like those like, it goes a long way. It goes a long way, and it's definitely it's never underappreciated, man. And I take that shit, like I wear that shit on my fucking heart, man, because it's like it makes you want to go fucking 10,000 times harder in the paint and go hard and just, you know, get after it. You and True are legit the biggest streamers I know. Numbers ain't shit. Besides, I honestly always hold y'all high in regard just because y'all really crafted yourselves from the ground up, and most important, never gave up. See, I appreciate that, because like, yeah, I mean, numbers ain't shit. Like, that's what I said. Is like the value you put into to somebody, you know, like even the same thing with you with like the server or headlines and stuff. Like, yeah, you got discouraged, and I was like, yo, I really think that you shouldn't stop. Like, just keep going. You're passionate. I can never tell somebody, never tell somebody, hey, listen, it's time to hang it up. What I would tell somebody is like, hey, listen, you need to be introspective with yourself and be like, come to terms with like, hey, how do I make this something out of, like, how do I put everything into this and make this better and find my motivation to do this? I can never tell someone like, oh, it's time for you to hang it up, you know, because I just feel like you're causing
someone be like, yo, just figure it out, yo.
Yeah,
figure it out. Just
don't give up, because the minute you give up, you'll live a life of regret in the future.
That's the worst feeling too.
That I don't want to be there. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person to be like, you know what, yo, what could have been, you know. I would rather keep failing, but bet everything on me, you know.
That's what, like, a lot of the people who are like where they're at now, like they'll tell you like, yo, don't give up, like just keep doing it, fail as many times as you have to. It's a part of the whole journey. Like that, those times you fail, they're learning lessons. Like you learn from it and you evolve from it, you know. So I see it.
See, and I take pictures of like shit like that, like Onyx, bro, and I really like, I keep it in my phone, and man, I'll just read shit like that, man. And even on days where like I'm not streaming or whatever, and I don't feel like streaming, and I don't want to be disciplined and shit like that, I'll read this shit, man. I got shit like posted up, like I'll print shit out and post it up and just be like reading shit, like just to have that motivation to be like, hey man, this is fucking awesome, like, you know. And it does mean a lot. That shit means a lot. I don't think it means a lot to Joe, but it means a lot to me. I'm just joking. Nah, it definitely means the world, man. And I tell Trill this all the time. I'm like, the fact that you can make connections over the internet is truly remarkable.
Like, people like just like-minded, same vision, same kind of type of goals or whatnot. Like it's kind of crazy to just see it and basically see where we're at right now in the world. Like all that, kind of nuts, man.
Joe knows I got love for him. When he made me VIP, I went and bought baby oil for when we link up IRL. Oh, damn.
I'm fucking dead.
That's crazy, bro.
Dead.
Homie's gonna just slip in the baby oil in your hand.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. You know, at the end of the day, never give up, never surrender. You know, and I, you know, sometimes I talk, I give good advice. Sometimes I think I do give some good advice from time to time, but sometimes it's hard for me to take advice for myself. You know, sometimes you know, your mind gets the best of you, because at the end of the day in life, it's just you versus you, and what you make of it, and how do you show up, and how do you put out, and what do you put out into the universe.
That 1v1 against yourself, yo.
Yes, sir. Fuck it, I'm an IRL stream the Indian wedding I'm going to in Cancun in February, bro. Me and him will pull up to Cancun, bro, to IRL. High five and fist bump. I hope you have a great night. I hope we can play some Black Ops 6. Me and you, maybe after work. Jose, yeah, bro. If I'm on, I'll be on with Resurgence dropping on Thursday. I'm definitely doing that shit for sure. Our Rock Hotel in Cancun, be there.
Wedding crashers. IRL.
We did has rolling up to Cancun, bro. IRL. What say you, Trill?
Let's do it. Fucking IRL wedding crashers.
That's wild.
That should be mad funny.
All right, Trill. You hopping off?
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting ready for bed.
Trill's eyes droopy right now, bro. You need some baby oil.
Another day, another challenge to take care of.
Yes, sir. Feel you on that.
Wow.
All right, man. GG's, bro.
I'll catch you on the flip side, brother.
Yep. Great conversation.
Yes, sir.
Later, my boy.
Later.
All right, yo, Iconic. My bad, bro. I know it was due DayZ or whatever, and I hopped in. I know Trill. Me and Trill wanted to talk about this whole thing for a while now, but today was like the perfect time because there was an event happening. X space host, talking space, whatever. Not all good, bro. I got home from the gym and got lazy as fuck. LOL. Yeah. But tomorrow I'll be on for a long time tomorrow, so we could definitely run hours on DayZ, so with no problem. But I'll probably hop off here. And yeah, I mean, like I said, just drive everything home. Yeah, man, don't give up on your dreams. Believe in yourself. And just get after it, work hard. Nobody can deny your work habits. And don't ask for any handouts. Don't expect anybody to come to your rescue to promote yourself and put you on a platform. You need to do it yourself. Figure out what you're doing wrong, but at the same time, have fun with what you're doing. Have fun doing it in the process. And yo, just get after it. Just get after it. Like, just do it. Like Nike, do what it do. But I appreciate everybody who came through. I'm gonna be hopping off a little bit early. Might post this up, just clip it and just post it up on YouTube. See if people engage with it and see how it goes. Because I need some time. I think sometimes people and anything that you're doing in life, sometimes you get into your head and you want answers and stuff, and sometimes it's good to hear that people do go through struggles too, and people have different opinions on things. And I was raised with tough love. I was raised with a whole lot of love, but definitely tough love. It was more of like, if you want it, go get it and work hard. And yeah, we'll see what happens. The streaming industry definitely changed. I mean, I'm still fairly new to it, but I heard it was a lot simpler times than before. But yeah, it's how passionate are you, and how bad do you want it? And just be yourself and be genuine, and shit will happen. Opportunities will happen. Look at Trill. Opportunities knocking at his door, and he's taking advantage. So, man, I saw some of your fan bash you on IG. Politics aside, always know you got motherfuckers in your community who still support you. No sense in burning bridges over mundane stuff like religion and politics. We all can get along. Absolutely. Yes. And that's the thing too, is like, I want people to come here into the stream. I want people to come into my videos, and I want to entertain people, man. I want to entertain people so that, yeah, life is crazy, and life right now, currently, the world is on fire, as it seems. But at the same time, I want people to come in here, and I don't care who you are. I try not to talk politics. I try not to talk religion, because I know it gets really diverse real quick, because a lot of people have a lot of emotions behind certain things that you say about the two topics. But I want people to come in here and just be like, yo, we chilling, we vibing, we having a good time, we joking around, and we're laughing, and we're having a good time. Because there's no need to hop on the internet, and you're having a long day at work, a bad day at work, you want to come home, or you want to start streaming or hop in the chat, and it's just hostile shit. So I want people to come in, have a great time, have fun, vibe out and laugh. That's like my most important thing, is like, as long as I can entertain and make someone laugh, that makes me feel good. And that's the best thing. We all fall down, but we all get back up, and that's the ethos. Facts, man. Life is more than left or right or what religion you in. Yeah, I don't care who you are. You come in here, we gonna vibe out, we'll have a good time, and then you have the troll aspect and shit like that, but like, you weed those out. That really, I'm very good with that. Like, I try to weed people out, or people who just in here to straight up troll, like, yo, get out of here. But I want to try to cultivate something that's way more than anything, where it's just like, yo, we come, we have a good time, we joke around, and that's it. That's what it should be. Realist white boy who keeps putting these pea stains in my man panties. See, like that guy, right? Makes zero sense. But You gotta laugh at it though. You gotta laugh at shit. Shit is just funny sometimes. Trolls are just funny. It's the funniest thing that you can see on the internet. I know they're bored and they get no play, but yeah, I appreciate everybody who came through today. Thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk. It's your boy KRYZ. Shout out to Trill Boy for talking. Iconic. Thank you for being in the chat talking. Brett MJ for showing up. Appreciate you. It's 1 a.m. The weirdos are coming out, bro. Always do. Always do. Jose, I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out and vibing with me. Yo, tomorrow, DayZ. I apologize. I know it says DayZ. I was expected to do DayZ, but we fucking hopped in the call with Trill and talked about this, and you know, thought it was, you know, somewhat important to talk about. But definitely DayZ tomorrow. So shout out to everybody who came to the shorts and the vertical YouTube stream and Kick and on Twitch. I appreciate everybody. I will be posting, I guess, the extent of this whole conversation up on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching on YouTube on the short and on the vertical, make sure my vertical and horizontal, make sure to hit that like button on both of them. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. When we get an episode 2 of the pod, I'm gonna keep asking for it. I don't know. We gotta figure that shit out, man. It's a lot of work, bro, and try to get people's schedules together is kind of tough. But we're gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on something. We're gonna work on it. I miss doing podcasts, bro. That was the funnest shit, yo. I want to do a podcast and then do IRL too right after. You get the behind the scenes and shit like that, and it just keeps going, you know, that type of thing. Where it's like, we can make the pod, post it up, boom, on YouTube. Now we on Twitch and Kick, and YouTube or whatever. Just IRL streaming. I think that would be hilarious. It'd be so dope. Just a fucking vibe. Just you know, doing stuff like that. But I'm in the process. I'm in the works of doing that. We really want to make this place into a studio, and just create some banger podcasts and shit. So. But we're still in the works with that. I gotta do it. So it's a lot of work for me to do, but I'm gonna get it done. We're gonna get after it. But like I said, tomorrow, hopping on tomorrow, 11:30 p.m. EST. Tomorrow I'll be on a lot longer than I was tonight. Playing some DayZ with my boy Iconic. Always appreciate talking with y'all boys. Be safe, be easy. Till next time, yo. Till tomorrow. I appreciate you. I apologize for today. But tomorrow we out here. We're doing mad long gameplay on DayZ for sure, because I'm actually really excited to fucking hop in and play. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. It's your boy KRYZ, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Later.